game day on the Panther Sportz Network. Let's go!
Ever since I was a little kid, I always looked up to the people that played on Friday night, and now I'm one of them.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
I love Friday nights because the atmosphere Friday nights football brings, and I love our community.
Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, Richard Ewing, 100 years of Panther football.
It's on the outside, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers!
Good evening, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. I'm Joe Roberts. Alongside me, back in the saddle again, is Ross Norwood after a lengthy illness over the weekend. He's prepped and ready to rock and roll. Richard Ewing in the trailer. We are at Memorial Stadium for game number 2 of this historic 100-year Liberty Panther football season between the visiting Splendora Wildcats and your Liberty Panthers. And what a night for football. People are excited. The parking lot is jam-packed. The stands are crazy packed. And everyone's excited about the direction of Liberty Panther football. Last week, they opened up the 2025 campaign with a 30-26 victory over Coldspring, the first time that they have started a season 1-0 since 2020, Ross Norwood.
Thank you, Joe Roberts. It turns out that air is important, and I was not getting enough of it last week, and so feeling a little better this week.
Well, I thought you were patient zero, and I didn't want you to get near me. You look like you were on death's door in the trailer. People were texting me. They were calling me. You're loved. Well, all right, maybe one person texted me. So someone loves you somewhere, but you're back. You're here. We're here.
I had a casket salesman call me. I think it was one of those automated texts.
Okay, well, anyway. All right, so let's talk about last week, Ross, as we're getting prepped for folks to run through the tunnel. Liberty Panthers opened up the scoring account with a touchdown in the first quarter. Frankie Mares, 60 yards up the left side. It looked as though we were going to see a barn burner throughout the course of the game, and then some issues hit. They were able to rebound, and ultimately they had a fourth and goal situation at the end of the game. They were able to get the big stop and come away with the victory. I know that you were kind of in the trailer in the second half, so you didn't really get to lay your eyes on that, but thinking back on it and thinking about what we've talked about earlier this week, what do you think are the keys for the Panthers to carry on all the great things that they did from last week?
Protecting the football, keeping your composure, no personal fouls last week from Liberty. And when you can play a clean game like that, sure, you're going to have penalties throughout the game, but those personal fouls are the toughest. And they've struggled with those in the last few years, and it was a welcome sight to see no personal foul penalties in last week's game.
All right, players of the game from last week, co-offensive players of the game. Frankie Mares, over 100 yards on the ground, over 100 yards in the air, a couple of touchdowns, as well as Cade Carter. He was over 100 yards in the air with a touchdown, and he had a couple of huge catches, one that saved a drive, and then one that scored a touchdown, 55-yard touchdown reception from Frankie Mares. 2 seniors leading the pack offensively, Ross.
In every year, Frankie, now in his third year as a starter, has improved. And again, you saw another stride in last week's game, being able to pull the ball down and try to make the best out of whatever the situation is instead of trying to force the ball into a receiver's hands through triple coverage.
Pepper Dubos, the defensive player of the game, 9 solo tackles last week. And Coach Harrison and I talked about this earlier this week in the coaches show. He made a name for himself last season, and this season picking up where he left off. And I really didn't say his name a bunch, so he had kind of a quiet, huge game on Friday night.
Always seems to be in the action on the defensive side of the ball. A motor that just doesn't stop.
You know, some names that I don't recall calling a whole bunch last season, and maybe I'm not sure that he was on varsity last year. John Key, he was a disruptor on Friday night. There were several instances when he came off the edge and he got in the face of the Coldspring quarterback. He was around the play a bunch. Carlos Rubio making his presence felt in the middle. And it was a very, very nice defensive effort. Pepper Dubose getting the nod as the player of the game defensively. But I felt like there were a number of Liberty Panthers that really put their mark on the game.
All around a good game. There were some things that they spent the week trying to correct, which you saw a couple of footballs lost on snaps. And they want to try to tighten that up a little bit because you don't want to give your opponent that little extra help.
Yeah, and again, you probably didn't notice this because you had to go into the trailer, but it was very humid on Friday.
Oh,
and,
I noticed.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we were trying to put tape on the table. It was so hot and humid, the tape wasn't even sticking, and I can't help but imagine that probably didn't feel great when you're trying to snap the ball.
No, I definitely noticed the humidity as I was trying to inhale air through a coffee stirrer.
Well, you got it figured out. And finally, Coach Harrison this season is starting a new player of the game called the GROW. It's the hashtag GROW. And this is sort of a character award. Last week, the GROW, hashtag GROW player of the game, Jacob Rawlinson. And he had a nice game, but as far as the character goes, Coach Harrison just went on and on about that young man.
And a freshman.
Yeah, and that's kind of a theme this year. So many seniors graduating from last year's class. Coach Harrison and the staff are relying on a number of freshmen in some pivotal roles. And Rawlinson, the little brother of Brody Rawlinson, who was a defensive standout for the Panthers the last couple of years, really just stepping in and carrying on the family tradition, as it were. He's a big kid, too.
It's always nice to see a freshman on your varsity team.
Well, let's talk about the big kids on the team, that offensive line. And I said this earlier, that offensive line, they were blowing holes through that defensive front. Jaden Holmes, LaDamian Wilson, and Logan Fowler were just running wild at several moments. Frankie Mares was able to get around that offensive line, and primarily led by Jackson Harris, Carlos Rubio, and I don't want to short people out there. We'll mention other names. Who is that? Eli Nicholson and Noah Aguilar. All those guys are on that front line, and they are just doing a bang-up job. Coach Walker, I believe, is the O-line coach, and every time they get a pancake, I know he's down there smiling somewhere.
It was an impressive first showing for the Liberty offensive line last week. I definitely remember Jackson Harris. I don't remember a whole lot about last week, but I do remember Jackson Harris on that offensive line being a big contributor.
Well, if you did not get to watch the Coach's Show with Coach Harrison, it is on YouTube. And here we go, the Panthers coming out of the tunnel, and we are just about 6 minutes away from kickoff here at Memorial Stadium. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. When they come through the tunnel, they got the American flag, the Texas flag, they got the pop smoke, and just kind of a really cool atmosphere as we're waiting for the Splendora Wildcats. Now, speaking of the Wildcats, they tuned up Cleveland last week 54-6. T.J. Birch and Braden Hinton leading the offensive charge for the Wildcats. And by the way, if you're joining us from Splendora, welcome to our friends from across the way. They have a really quality ball club over there. They've had a quality ball club for a couple of years. We've been in some track meets with that team over there. They've got some big boys that are coming through the tunnel. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be something, Ross.
It will be a fight for sure. Splendora there last year. I remember it raining.
Yeah. It was raining all the way, and then right as we got there, it stopped. But we had to set up in the rain. Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
We didn't set up in the rain.
I know we set up right after it stopped, but like all the puddles and all that stuff. So that wasn't raining.
The trailer.
Did we?
Yes.
We sure did. Man, See, how about that? You remember stuff. You're good. Look at that. And while we're moving on, I want to give some big shout-outs. Michael Pope down there standing next to the brand-new hydration station that the Athletic Booster Club was able to secure for the football program. It's a nice-looking hydration station down there. And going to give a big shout-out to Mr. Sean Smith, the band director. They had some really cool stuff happen to them earlier this week. They had a company come out and paint some yard lines in the – oh, there's the hydration station. That's cool. Coach, Mr. Smith had a company come out and paint yard lines and hash marks and stuff in the parking lot so that the band can actually have some quality practice and not have to try to find their yard lines and hash marks on their band practice field. So that was really nice.
Well, if you think about it, he is a coach.
Well, he is. You're right. He's definitely out there in the heat, and all those band kids are out there getting it done out there. I remember when I was in band, and I absolutely hated fall practice. Oh, you're going to make me have flashbacks here. Well, both teams are on the field. We're getting ready to send the captains out. It looks like Jackson Harris is going to be out there, as well as Cade Carter, Logan Fowler, and Pepper Dubose, and now we're having the prayer. Well, that'll do it for the prayer. Once again, it's going to be Cade Carter, Logan Fowler, Pepper DeBose, and Jackson Harris, the captains, who will be stepping out to midfield. Ross will have the Splendora captains as they come across.
Braden Hinton. That'll be Kentrell Bowen. TJ Birch and Isaac Shoemate.
Now they're exchanging their pleasantries before they get unpleasant on the field here.
There's the haymaker. Oh, wait, no.
No, we definitely don't want that. The rest of the team stepping out to the numbers, and they've been doing that for a number of years. Coach Kedrick Harrison, in his second full year as the head coach in charge, he's been here, he's been here about, I guess, almost 2 full years now, but he came in the spring. So,
late spring.
And since he's been here, man, he has done an amazing job with this program, and they seem to be heading in a great direction. Tonight, our camera crew, Delvin Jenkins, Seth Stewart, Jose Becerra on the track cam there, and Cooper Warden on our trailer cam. Well, it says 12 on the clock, Ross, so we must be close to kickoff here. And I know you don't hear, you may not hear any ambient sound on the live stream, and we're working on that. They put in some brand new speakers here at Memorial Stadium, and so we're trying to figure out how to give ambient audio without getting blasted out of the water. Liberty Panthers set to take the opening kickoff return here, and back deep for Liberty looks like Jaden Holmes.
Grayson Weeks is on the near side.
Yeah, there we go. Jaden Holmes on the left far side, Grayson Weeks on the right side, and they're going to be standing at about the, looks like 15-yard line. And really nice that we can see the yard lines tonight, because boy, we sure couldn't see the numbers last week.
I would not call these the largest field numbers I've seen, but they are about triple the size of last week's numbers. waiting on the chain gang. They were late arriving as they came running across the back of the end zone.
Set to kick off the Wildcat number 17, Dylan Fry.
Getting set to kick off, number 17. That's going to be an onside kick attempt, and that's going to be recovered at the 50-yard line. Liberty Panthers ready for that, Ross.
Eddie Wycliffe with the recovery quickly on it.
Ball down right at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for your Panthers.
Not a bad place to start your drive.
Special Centennial Edition athletic program will be available for sale tonight.
All right, here we go, Ross. The Liberty Panther offense stepping out here, 11:59 after that onside kick attempt. Frankie Mares and Jaden Holmes in the backfield with Mares. And that's going to be Holmes up the middle, still finding some running room, and he's going to get pulled down by number 98 of the Wildcats. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Panthers now in Wildcat territory at their 46-yard line, middle of the hash mark, Ross.
Calvin Limbrick with the tackle for Splendora.
Again, Mares. Holmes going to flip to the right side of Mares. Doubles to the right, and this time going to quick throw out to number 4, Tony Seha, still on his feet, and going to get pushed out around the 40-yard line. It's going to be near a 1st down, depending on where they spot him.
Demarion Anderson pushes him out.
And they're going to put him just on the inside of the 40, and the head linesman's indicating 1st down, and that is going to move the sticks. 11:03 here in the 1st quarter. And Liberty Panthers rolling early. A nice pitch and catch from Mares to Seha. And now they're going to flip Seha and Cade Carter to the other side. Grayson Weeks, Connor Geezy all on the left-hand side. And Jaden Holmes still in the backfield with Mares. He's going to step up. Holmes up the middle, and he's going to push the pile. He's going to get met by number 42 of Splendora, as well as number 25. He'll pick up about 4 yards again on the carry.
Van Moncrief and Jason McGee.
Bring up 2nd down and 6. Liberty moving down to the Wildcat 36-yard line. They're on the near hash mark. Liberty working left to right, north to south. Here at Memorial Stadium. Balmy Friday evening. 2nd down and 6. Mares. And he's going to keep that. He's going to his left, find some green grass, and he'll slide down after a big pickup on the quarterback keeper. He'll be down close to the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to stop him or spot him at the 21-yard line. Far hash mark. Liberty Panthers hitting on all cylinders on this first offensive drive, Ross.
Grayson Weeks there with a good block to extend that run.
Just a reminder, if you purchase seat name tags.
Eli Nicholson leading that offensive line unit at center. Mares and Holmes to his left. Holmes again comes right up the gut, and he is going to slide through several Wildcats. Number 34 finally pulls him down, and that's going to be a 1st down pickup for Liberty. They are in goal line yardage situation here, and they're going to be at the looks like they're going to be at the 6. Ross will be 1st and goal.
Great block there by Jackson Harris as he took care of Aiden Hernandez.
Well, he's a pretty big kid. If I needed somebody to take care of someone, he'd be the guy that I would pick.
He pulled over.
Again, 1st and goal, 6-yard line, Mares. And he's going to roll to his right, quarterback keeper, and he's going to find it. Touchdown, Liberty. 8:42 in the 1st quarter, and Liberty strikes first, but there is a flag. There's going to be a hold, and that's probably going to come right back.
Yeah, there was a little handsiness.
Okay, well,
on one of the blocks.
I like that. We're gonna coin that phrase. A little handsiness right there. It's okay. That's going to replay that. They're going to slide back 10. And they'll do that again from the, looks like the 16-yard line. First and goal from the 16. And they'll try that again. Very similar formation. Seha short side, Weeks and Geezy out to the left, and this time Logan Fowler in the backfield with Mares. And Fowler right up the gut. He's still running, and he is going to fall into the end zone, waiting for the signal. Touchdown! And now it's official. 8:22. Logan Fowler with the 16-yard trot. And man, oh man, that offensive line opened a Holland tunnel for him.
That thing was huge, and he could have bounced around a couple of either side and still not run into anybody.
Well, that hole is so big I might have been able to carry the ball through there. And we all know how slow I am. Diego Diaz on for the point after attempt. Frankie Mares with the hold. Snap is good, and it is up, and they're going to say that's no good. And in a rare miss from Diego Diaz, that's going to do it. 8:22, Panthers score first. They lead the Splendora Wildcats 6-0. We'll be right back.
It's game day on the Panther Sportz Network. Let's go!
Ever since I was a little kid, I always looked up to the people that played on Friday night, and now I'm one of them.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
I love Friday nights because the atmosphere Friday nights football brings, and I love our community.
Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, Richard Ewing. 100 years of Panther football.
It's on the outside, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers!
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 8:22, and Logan Fowler scores from 16 yards out. Point after attempt is no good. Liberty 6, Splendora 0, and now Diaz is set to kick the ball off. Back deep for Splendora, number 3, TJ Birch, the dangerous Birch, is waiting, and that's going to be a low squibber, and that's going to be fielded cleanly by number 16, Lewis Rawls, and both teams trying the onside maneuver early. And Splendora will take over in their own territory. They're going to get spotted probably at the 47-yard line. Well, no, they're going to give them the 48. They'll be on the near hash. Splendora will be working from right to left, or south to north. And they will start their first drive. Be spread formation for Splendora. Number 2, the quarterback, looks to his left. That's going to be a nice catch from number 11. That'd be Kentrell Bowen. Braden Hinton, the quarterback. A big strike, first down, Ross.
What a tackle there by Cameron Harper, wrapped up around the waist, pulled him down.
Hinton, again, leading this Wildcat offense, 1st and 10. He'll hand the ball off to his running back.
And that is Rollinson.
Panther defense right there waiting for them, and that's going to be maybe a loss of 1. Well, no, they're going to give him right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Hinton and company. And hard snap there, almost got some contact, and we'll see if they're going to give the contact to him. No, they're not. They're going to leave this live. Hinton. This time drops, and he looks to his left again, and Bowen all over it again. That's going to be another first down pickup for Splendora. 2 passes, 2 big first down pickups, Ross.
Corbin Lawson and Pepper Dubose coming in on that stop.
Hinton in the backfield again, Aiden Washington. Hinton drops back. You step up in the pocket. Pressure. Going to fire down the middle. A wide open Wildcat. And that's number 8, Kyrie Williams. And that is going to be a 23-yard touchdown strike from Braden Hinton to Kyrie Williams.
Carlos Rubio was almost there and tackled.
Excellent pass by number 2, Braden Hinton.
They're going to go for 2 here. Hinton going to hand the ball off to the running back, and he is going to get into the end zone. And Splendora at the 7:02 mark strikes back. They lead Liberty 8-6. We'll be right back.
In the first quarter, Liberty Panthers 6, Wildcats 8.
The shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when sunset glow. Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way.
Just for dinner and live music as we
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. It's the first quarter, and it has already been full of fireworks. Liberty goes right down the field on their first drive and scores, and Splendora answers the bell and comes right back. Both teams starting near midfield, both teams trying an onside kick. And Splendora, the difference maker with their 2-point conversion as they get set to kick the ball off. Number 17, Dylan Fry, kicking for Splendora. And this time another short squibber, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will be a very nice spot for the Liberty Panther offense to begin drive number 2 at the 7:02 mark here in the first quarter, Ross.
Yeah, it was close. I thought a Panther may have touched that, but it went by and out of bounds. So good starting position for Liberty.
Well, we said this could be a track meet. We've seen some high-scoring affairs between these two teams, and right now it seems like that's what we're set up for. Liberty on the ground and Splendora through the air as they get set for drive number 2. Mares back on here. And this time in the backfield, cannot tell if that's LaDamian or Jaden. Mares rolling to his right, and he's going to get pulled down by number 34 of Splendora, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, Ross.
It does appear they're going to give him the line of scrimmage.
And that was Cole Usher with the stop for Splendora. Liberty on their own 40-yard line near hash mark, 2nd down and 10. Panthers going to send Connor Geezy out wide. Looks like Logan Ross on this side. Mares, and this time going to hand the ball off to Jaden Holmes, I believe. And he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the carry. They bring up 3rd down and a long 8 for Liberty. Just about 6 minutes to go here in the opening stanza of this non-district game between Splendora and the Liberty Panthers. And that is indeed Logan Ross out there on the near side. Connor Geezy on the far side, as well as Cam Harper. Jaden Holmes still in the backfield with Frankie Mares. Mares to his left, immediate pressure, and a beautiful pitch and catch, and none other than number 6, Cade Carter. He comes up with the big first down reception, just about 10 yards on that catch, and that keeps the drive alive and moved the chains. 1st and 10, Panthers now in Splendora territory, Ross.
Linebacker right in the face of Frankie Mares as he let that one go.
Cam Harper going to switch to the wide side over here. Logan Ross, Connor Geezy, Cade Carter, all out there for the Panthers. Jaden Holmes still in the backfield with Frankie Mares. Holmes up the middle. And he's going to drag a bevy of Wildcats, and he will pick up about 7 yards on the carry. Well, they're going to be 6.
Get down to the 38.
That'll be 2nd down and 4 for Liberty. Far hash marks. They're going to be on the Wildcat 42-yard line. 4:45 and counting here in the first quarter.
Yeah, lost track of where I was on the field. I thought I was on the other one.
That's okay, Ross. Mares. And a big run from Jaden Holmes over the left side, and he will pick up the first down and move the sticks again. That was a nice run, Ross. Jaden Holmes with the first down pickup, and Liberty will have the ball on the Wildcat 35-yard line, far hash mark. Almost 4 minutes to go as they await the signal from Coach. He trips to the far side of the field. Connor Giese all by himself on the short side. Mares, a lot of pressure, cuts back to his left, and he's going to tuck it and go, and he's got a lot of green grass, and he's going to get pushed out near the 10-yard line. And what a play, Ross.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him at the 15. So he stepped out there, and he deked Jason McGee, who was right there.
Well, they were bringing that backside blitz, and Mares felt it, and that's one of the things that we talked about, the difference between his sophomore year and this year. He didn't feel it early on, and now he sees it, and that's nice. 1st and 10, and what'd you say, 15-yard line? Is that? Yep, 15-yard line, far hash mark, as Liberty still driving on their second possession. Mares. And this time Holmes up the middle, and he's going to get tripped up by number 25. He may pick up a yard or two, and somebody's helmet came off, and they'll have to step off the field. That looks like Mason Jordan. And that will be, we're going to call that a 2-yard pickup. Be on the 13-yard line of the Wildcats. 2nd down and 8 for Liberty. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Liberty trails Splendora 6-8. Both teams have scored on each of their possessions. Liberty trying to keep that streak alive. Connor Giese, short side. Tight trips right. And this time, Mares took his eyes off the prize, and he's going to have to jump on that ball. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 15 for Liberty, Ross.
Yeah, it rolled in, the snap did. He just couldn't quite get it with the pressure from Jason McGee.
Yeah, Splendora seemed to be pretty consistently bringing the house at him and trying to make him make a decision. We'll bring up 3rd down and 15. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mares, Holmes in the backfield. And this time he's going to pull it, and he's still dancing and almost slipped out of a 3rd tackler. Number 9 is going to bring him down, be close to the original line of scrimmage. Pick up maybe a 4. That's going to bring up 4th down and 11. And I don't know if they're going to send on yep, they're going to send on Diego Diaz for the field goal attempt. I see him trotting on. So they are at the, what are we calling this? 20. He's going to be kicking from the 24, so 34-yard field goal attempt. Snaps good, holds good. The ball is up, and it hits the upright, and it's going to fall through. Well, when you got the magic, you got the magic. At 1:05, Diego Diaz finds the field goal, and Liberty retakes the lead 9-8. We'll be right back.
We should head back to our old place in the faraway town where I met you, baby. All those years past, now I know you. How the times can change and I get a little down. thinking about tomorrow. I get down. Was it over from the
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 105 mark in the first quarter, Diego Diaz with the 32-yard field goal, and Liberty leads Splendora 9-8 as they get set to kick off. Diego Diaz, man, talk about having the magic, Ross. You know, when it's going your way, it's going your way.
Yeah, I mean, you're just one bounce to the ball from doink.
That was the darndest thing I've seen in a good long while. Diaz, a high pooch kick, and that is going to sail out of bounds. That will be the flag, and Splendora will get their second possession in optimal starting field goal position, and both teams have just mirrored each other with their kickoffs.
Yeah, that went out at 34.
Well, we'll see what Hinton and company are going to do. I suspect that Liberty is going to be run heavy, and Splendora will be pass happy, as we've seen so far. Who knows? Who knows, Ross?
Okay, say that one more time.
No, because if I say it and I'm wrong, you're going to call me out on it. Number 2, Braden Hinton in the shotgun for Splendora, and he'll hand the ball off to the running back, and he has found some green grass. Number 18 finally getting pulled down by number 40 and number 5 for Liberty.
Aiden Washington with the carry and Braden Darter with the stop.
A big pickup for Splendora, and that was on the ground. See, I'm glad I didn't repeat myself. Hinton still going to hand the ball off again. They're going to go right up the gut one more time. Liberty Panthers ready this time, Ross.
Pepper Dubose was the ringleader on that takedown.
That's number 18, Aiden Washington, who's been toting the rock for Splendora. And, man, when he breaks open, he is fast. Hinton, this time in the spread formation. And they're going to hand the ball off to Washington again. Pepper Dubose coming from the backside to pull him down and stop the first down pickup, Ross.
Yeah, it'll be short a couple of yards there.
Bring up third down and probably 3. They're on the Liberty, looks like 33-yard line, middle of the hash mark. And we're almost out of time here in the first quarter. And they're going to let time expire. After a quarter of play at Memorial Stadium, your Liberty Panthers leading Splendora 9-8. Splendora knocking on the door. We'll be right back.
We'll come back to you in the booth, Joe. Joe, can you hear me? Yes, sir. We'll come back to you guys in the booth.
We're getting ready. Getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for. We're moving like a...
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After a quarter of action, Liberty leads Splendora 9-8. Both teams scoring on all of their possessions, and Splendora knocking on the door, and they are deep in Panther territory. I thought that they were going to be pass happy because that's really all they did in the first possession, and now all they've been doing is handing it off to big number 18, Aiden Washington. And, man, he is a beast, Ross.
Run dependent, would you say, on this drive?
Right, run dependent. As they switch sides of the field, they're going to be on the Liberty 30, looks like 32, 33-yard line, third and about 3 for Splendora. Hinton. And a little misdirection, and they're going to be off to the races. And that's number 3, T.J. Birch. We said his name, and he's making himself felt right now. That's a 33-yard touchdown run at the 11:49 mark, Ross.
Yeah, Kwan Redmond with a lead block there. Almost blocked Tony Seha right into the ball carrier.
T.J. Birch, and we said this beforehand, he was going to be a difference maker. Hinton. They're going to go for 2 points again. And Hinton's going to drop back, and he's going to look. And I don't know. Well, they're going to give him credit. That's going to be, is that number 11 out there? Kentrell Bowen with the 2-point conversion. And at the 11:49 mark, Splendora retakes the lead 16-9, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing, and we are at Memorial Stadium for game number 2 of this historic 100 years of Liberty Panther football. And what you're watching right now is it looks a lot like Ali Frazier, because they are just pounding on each other back and forth. And it might be, as you've said many times, button, who's got the button, who's going to have the ball last, Ross?
Thinking back on 100 years, and I know you've been around for all of them, but this game setting up reminds me of some contests between Liberty and Stafford.
Fry with a low squibber, and that's going to be number 26, Eddie Wycliffe, who comes up with that. That's the second time he's been able to recover the onside kick attempt. Liberty with another optimal starting spot. They will be at their own 40, well, okay, there he's going to put the own 47-yard line, 1st and 10, Ross.
In those Liberty-Stafford matchups in non-district play back in the mid-'90s, it was not uncommon to have scores of 63 to 60.
Well, I go back a long way. I don't know if I go back that far. 1st and 10 for Liberty. They're going to run tight trips on the short side. Lone receiver on the hash on the right. Mahrez, Fowler in the backfield with him. And he's going to quick pitch out to Connor Geezy, who finds a lane, and he'll step out. He'll pick up, looks like, about 7 yards on that. Bring up 2nd down and 3 as Liberty into Wildcat territory. They'll be down to Splendora 46-yard line, still on the near hash mark, 11:27 and counting. Here in the second quarter, Liberty trailing 9-16, and we didn't talk about Birch's run coming out of that last score, Ross.
It was a nice run.
It was a nice run, 33-yard touchdown run. Fowler going to stay in the backfield with Mahrez. And Fowler is going to take the ball up the middle, going to follow Carlos Rubio. And he'll pick up the 1st down. That'll move the sticks for Liberty. They will be down to the Wildcat 41-yard line, still on the near hash mark, as they are trying to answer the bell. Both teams not wanting to be the one that doesn't score, because that seems like that could spell some doom.
Yeah, those mid-90 teams, Brett Peters, the quarterback, Reggie White on some of those teams.
Mahrez. Fowler still in the backfield, going to send 3 wide receivers to the wide side. Fowler over the right side, and he is going to roll through a Wildcat defender. Going to pick up 1 yard, but man, pretty impressive 1 yard he picked up there. 2nd down and 9. They're going to be on the far hash mark at the Wildcat 40-yard line. And thank you if you're checking in to the Panther Sports Network. You're watching Splendora versus Liberty at Memorial Stadium on this Friday night, September 5th. Great night for football, Ross.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, you're the only Ross that I know. Well, that's not true. I know some other Rosses. Mahrez. And he'll roll out to his left. Still looking. And going to get pulled down. And there, I thought that was about to happen. Ross, what did you see?
Well, I didn't see as much of a face mask as I saw a clothesline, but
right. Well, I want to talk about that. Who's that tackle over there? Is that number? I'm trying to see. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Looks like Josh Allison over there cracked one of those defenders to even open up the space for Mares to get around there.
Yeah, Calvin Limbrick for Splendora almost had Frankie Mares, and Mares cut to his right to get away from it.
Well, that's going to tack on a big chunk of yards. That was not going to be a first down pickup, but with the penalty, that will push them down to, it looks like, Splendora's 22-yard line.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt Liberty.
It does not.
Frankie, maybe, but Liberty, no.
Well, he's a tough kid. It's going to be first down and 10 for Liberty at the Wildcats' 22-yard line, approaching the 9-minute mark here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing 16-9. And another rollout run. And Mares is going to step out. He'll pick up a couple on that carry. Looks like they're going to give him the, well, I thought they were going to give him the 20, but maybe the 21.
Looks like a pickup of 2.
Going to be second down, and I'm going to call that a long 8. Jaden Holmes back in the backfield with Frankie Mares. Grayson Weeks, Connor Geezy on the left-hand side. Tony Seha, and let's see who they're going to send over there with him. Looks like they're going to slide Grayson Weeks over there with him. Cade Carter in. Power set right here. Now they're going to slide Carter over to the right. Mares. And now we don't see that very often, but I want to highlight this beautiful thing that I saw. Cade Carter was able to slip out through there and get into the flats, and he gave Frankie just enough of an option to make that defender out there hesitate. Going to pick up a nice big yardage right there. Looks like they're going to give him 3-4 yards on that. Bring up third down and about 6. Panthers are going to have the ball. Let's see where they've spotted that. Looks like it's going to be on the Wildcat 18. Holmes still in the backfield with Frankie Mares. And he'll drop. A little screen action and just over the hands of Jaden Holmes. And they had that one set up just about how they wanted to, Ross.
Yeah, he would have been able to dart to his right and have a lot of open running room.
That's going to stop the clock at 7:12 here in the second quarter. And now it's decision time. 3 points are good, but when the other team is scoring very quickly, 3 points becomes almost no points. And they may keep the offense out here and try to pick up this first down. Be 4th down and 6 here for Liberty. And it looks as though Splendora is going to try and bring the house. We'll see if they're going to try to hard count them, Ross.
Well, if you do snap this ball and they do bring the house, if you can dump it out just in the flat.
Well, Liberty's going to take their first timeout. We'll take a timeout with them, and we will be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 7:12 to go in the second quarter, and it's decision time. 4th down and 6 for the Panthers on the Wildcat 18-yard line. And I think they were trying to hard count Splendora. They didn't get it, and now they're going to send on Diego Diaz for the 3-point field goal attempt. So the line of scrimmage is going to be on the 18, Ross.
Attempt on the field goal.
And we'll see Mares with the hold. Snaps good, holds down, and Diego Diaz, this time there's no doubt about it. He puts it right down Main Street, and Liberty tacks on 3. They trail Splendora 12-16. We will be right back.
16. The coach, Bill Pickens.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
Okay, now I need you to not sound cuckoo crazy and act like you enjoy being on the front of this camera here. All right, here we go, boys. And 3, 2, 1. You're watching the Panther Sportz Network. Woohoo! Yay!
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 7:07, and Ross tells me that was a 35-yard field goal. Diego Diaz tacks on the points to keep Liberty in striking distance here. Both teams have scored on every one of their possessions. And, man, it's been exciting so far, Ross.
Yeah, if you tuned in hoping for a pitcher's duel, you are going to be disappointed.
Going to be very, very disappointed. Well, Liberty getting set to kick the ball off. Diego Diaz doing the duties, the reigning special teams player of the year. And I forget, what are we, 19 4A? 10? I don't know what we are. I'm going to have to look that up before we start district. Probably.
Seems like they change it every 2 years.
They do. That's going to be high, and that's going to hit out of the back of the end zone, and that's something that he can do on the regular. And I know they try to do all the different stuff with him, but when you need him to put it through the back of the end zone, he's your man.
Watched him do it in pregame warm-ups, saw him boot some pretty long field goal attempts. Of course, it's one thing to do it in pregame when you don't have anybody coming after you, but he has now done it a 33 and a 35-yard field goal for Diego Diaz.
Well, this will be the worst starting field position for Splendora in this young game.
Either team.
They will have the ball on their own 25-yard line, middle of the hash mark. 1st and 10 as Hinton comes out, and his running mate back there, number 18, Aiden Washington. And, man, it looked like that offensive line took off a little early, but that Panther defensive squad all over it, led by number 42, Lane Taylor, amongst others that got in there. And what a nice defensive effort. That's going to be a loss of 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, Christian Fisher was under one of the linemen and still got a hand on the ball carrier.
Hinton. And this time Washington will take it. And another Panther all over in the backfield. And that is, trying to catch the numbers, that's 65. Yep, that's 65 for Liberty. And that's Pierre Harrison.
Freshman.
Another one of those freshmen that they are calling on for active duty here. And they're going to get him back at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and about 12 for Splendora. Hinton. A low snap, and we've got some whistles.
They're going to have to take a timeout. They had 12 people on the field.
Yeah, Liberty's going to take their second timeout of the half, and we'll take one with them. We'll be right back.
You're watching Panther Sportz Network. Let's go! Class of 2026 on the Panther Sportz Network.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. And Liberty, having used 2 of their timeouts, it's going to be 3rd down and long for Splendora. Panther defense with a couple of stops on the last 2 plays. A lot of pressure on Hinton. And again, this time, Liberty Panther, and that looks like that's going to be number 24. That's no, not the 24. I'm sorry. Catch that number over there. Who is that, Ross? Oh, there we go. Connor Schultz comes through there, and man, he came through quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Sorry, I was taking a puff of my inhaler.
Well, I'm glad that's what you were taking a puff of, Ross. This is a family show, son. That's going to bring up 4th down and long, and man, I want to say this is a punt situation. It's going to be a quick rugby punt. And that's going to hit and roll. It's going to take a Wildcat roll all the way down to the Liberty 34-yard line. And, man, the first defensive stop from either team. And I don't know what Coach Garza said to the boys, but he had them fired up on that defensive possession, Ross.
Yeah, that was helps when you're starting at the 25.
It definitely closes down the playbook a little bit. Well, Liberty is going to have pretty good starting field position here. They'll be on their own 34-yard line, and they'll be on the near hash mark. 5:21 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing by 4, 12-16. We're going to get Frankie Mares. And this time he's going to pull it, roll to his left, and he is on his feet, races down the sidelines, and steps out in Wildcat territory at the, looks like Splendora 37-yard line. Huge pickup, Ross.
Nice run there by Mares and flipping the field. 5:13. They do have 1 timeout remaining. Had to take both timeouts on defense.
That was a near 30-yard run from Mares that'll set up 1st and 10 for Liberty at the Wildcat 37-yard line. Jaden Holmes in the backfield with Mares. And this time Holmes, right side, looking for some running room, spins away from a tackler, and a huge pickup from Jaden Holmes, and all courtesy of that fancy little footwork that he had over at about the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down pickup for the Liberty Panther offense, Ross.
Nice run there. Still lots of room for him to work around.
It'll be 1st and 10. This time Grayson Weeks, Jaden Holmes in the backfield with Mares. And Weeks with his first touch, and he's going to get grabbed in the backfield. A lot of Splendora pressure, and a very nimble Weeks, not able to shake 3 defenders, Ross.
Yeah, it tends to hold you up a bit.
It's going to be, going to see if he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage or not.
I am curious as to why the clock is stopped.
That I don't know. Oh, you know what? There was a flag on the play. That's why it was stopped. I think they may have got him for a face mask.
I was going to say, if they're moving in that direction, it's got to be a face mask.
So that's going to be another big 13-yard line, 1st and 10, and they can get a 1st down without scoring. Mares. And he's going to pull it, working to his left, and he's got a whole host of Wildcats. Turns the corner, and he's going to get ran out of bounds at about the 4. No, they're going to give him the 3-yard line. And I want to say that's going to be a 1st down pickup. And that's going to drop the sticks. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
He was able to accelerate and extend that play.
Be a nice pickup. And this is a great use right now. Coach Taylor, the offensive coordinator, really calling some nice plays for the Panther offense. Mares, Logan Fowler, short yardage back. And he will step up and over, waiting for the signal.
Good.
And that's going to be touchdown, Liberty. Logan Fowler from 2 yards out. And the Liberty Panthers take the lead again. Right now, waiting for the point after attempt. Diego Diaz on for the point after attempt. Snap is away, holds good. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights at the 3:16 mark, or 3:18 mark rather. Liberty retakes the lead, 19-16, and we'll be right back.
Second quarter, Liberty Panthers 19. Splendora.
The shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when the sun sank low. Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 3:18 to go here in the second quarter. Logan Fowler scores from 2 yards out to put the Panthers back in the driver's seat. They lead Splendora 19-16 as we're getting close to the end of the first half. And Liberty will be kicking off to start the second half. Very important, I think, that they keep them from scoring.
Where was that last drive started?
Give me 1 second. It was from our 33-yard line. And another deep kick. Splendora still on their feet. The return man off to the races. He's got a seam left side, cuts back to the middle, and that is not what you want even a little bit. They're going to allow that return man to get all the way back into Panther territory, and they're going to have excellent starting position at the Liberty 24-yard line.
I'm not 100% certain, but I think they were assisted in knocking him out of bounds by his own man.
Yeah, Ross, Liberty started on their own 33 on that last drive. Well, Splendora with, as you say, optimal positioning here with 3:05 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt for them.
It does not hurt for them. Hinton. And he's going to drop back, going to get a lot of pressure. He's going to throw it down the right-hand side, and that's going to be out, but excellent defense. And that looks like that's Logan Ross out there with the defense. Man, a lot of pressure coming through for the Panther defense. Cameron Young able to apply the pressure first to make Hinton roll out. Second down and 10. And Hinton is going to call his own name. And he's still rumbling before finally getting pulled down at the Liberty 9-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, and that will drop the chains. First and goal from the Panther 9-yard line, Ross. Hinton. And we've got some movement there, but I think, well, I don't see any timeout called. Oh, there it is. Well, he's not indicated who called the timeout. We're not going to take a timeout. We're going to stay here. Well, Ross, what are you thinking right now? And don't say crazy stuff. But you can talk. That's fine. Just don't say crazy stuff.
I'm allowed to talk?
You are allowed to talk. 2:34. Well, this drive starting very nicely for Splendora. A huge return for them. And deep in Panther territory. This was on the hills. The last drive they had They started deep in their own territory and were stymied immediately by the Panther defense.
Yeah, we did not have an indication on who called that timeout. However,
well, the scoreboard shows that Splendora called
I was going to say we did not have an indication that there were no timeouts remaining for Liberty.
Right. Well, that's going to bring the Wildcats back onto the field. 1st and 10 from the Liberty 9-yard line. Going to be on the near hash mark. 8 in motion. And Hinton looks to his left. And they're going to go to that corner. And no catch. But there's going to be a flag. I think they're going to get number 4, Seha, for pass interference. Late flag, but a lot of contact. And that's exactly who they're going to call for that. And almost had to do it because Hinton dropped that ball right into the pocket in the back corner there. So rather give up the pass interference than the 6 points, as Ross is nodding his head yes. Sometimes I know some things. But that is going to push the ball half the distance. They'll be on the Panther 5-yard line, maybe 4-yard line. I can't see exactly where they're spotted, maybe 4-yard line.
And get another timeout, it appears.
And that may be Liberty taking their last timeout. But again, we're going to stay here. Not going to take the timeout. Hinton, a very, very dangerous quarterback. He's shown that he can throw it and he can run it. One of the reasons why this Wildcat offense is so productive. And they've got some playmakers over there. But so far, the Panthers have been battling them punch for punch, Ross.
That was Liberty's final timeout.
Well, Liberty out of timeouts here in the first half. Splendora still with 2. And we're at 2:28 remaining in the second quarter. Liberty leading Splendora 19-16. I don't know what the odds makers had, but I doubt they had this.
Yeah, you heard him right. Dave Campbell does put odds. Do a point spread.
And this time Hinton, he's going to hand the ball off to big number 18, Aiden Washington, and he's going to go right up the middle, 4-yard touchdown. And there is some extracurricular in the end zone, and the flags, they are a-flying.
Yeah, it's been pretty chippy throughout the ball game as the game has gone on, progressed worse.
Well, Washington is going to have the 4-yard touchdown run. I think that's going to stand.
Yes.
I think everything is going to be a dead ball, so whatever is going to happen here is going to happen on the kickoff.
I believe you're correct.
So as it stands right now, 2:24, Aiden Washington with the 4-yard touchdown run. Splendora currently ahead 22-19. They have not gone for one at any point. They've gone for a 2-point conversion every single time.
I would not be surprised if we have offsetting penalties.
After the touchdown, we got unforced 61. 7-1. Yellow is offset.
And what you are hearing right now, or what I heard right now, we have some stadium mics that got brought in, and I think the referee's mic'd up, and we're trying to figure out a way to get that sound piped in through the stream. But those were offsetting penalties. And so nothing's going to happen on the kickoff. That's just going to be a good touchdown run for Splendora.
You're right, there's no kickoff.
They are going to go for 2 here. And 22 is going to get swarmed by a host of Panthers, and that's going to be no good for Splendora. So at the 2:24 mark, the Wildcats lead the Liberty Panthers 22-19. We'll be right back.
We should head back to our old place in the faraway town where I met you, baby. All those years past, now I know you. How the times can change and I get a little down. Thinking about tomorrow, I get down. Was it over from...
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Panther Sportz Network. 2:24 to go here in the second quarter. Splendora scoring from 4 yards out after a huge kickoff return to give them very, very nice starting field position. Splendora leading Liberty 22-19, and Splendora getting set to kick off from the 40-yard line. Splendora hasn't really tried to kick it deep at any point. Number 17, Dylan Fry, is the kicker for Splendora. So we'll see what they do here. Got the hands team on for Liberty. No one deep for Liberty. And they're going to try another. And a little miscommunication in the middle. They just went right down Main Street with that kick. I'm not sure what happened there. I think the wrong Panther tried to go get that ball. And they're saying Splendora picked that up, and that was not what Liberty wanted. So they will get the ball back, and they will be on Liberty's 40-yard line. Well, Ross, that wasn't good.
That was less than optimal.
That was less than optimal. Well, they say that special teams is that hidden third gem that can come up and bite you if you are not prepared for it. Well, the Panther defense going to have to go right back to work. Splendora starting in Panther territory. They're going to be in a tight set here. Hinton, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. And he'll drop and look to his left. And that is going to be a huge turnover and an interception. And the man himself, number 8, Frankie Mares. And so it didn't matter. The Liberty Panthers get the ball right back. What a big pickup, Ross.
That is huge.
And that will put Liberty on their own 10-yard line. And wow, I think Hinton threw that up on a wing and a prayer. 2 defenders back there on that receiver. And Frankie Mares just going to work. It'll be 1st and 10 for Liberty. Far hash mark. 2:16 to go here in the second quarter.
When you think about it, they just got bad field position.
Well, you're right. You're right about that. Logan Fowler in the backfield with Frankie Mares. And he'll take the ball left-hand side, and he'll get popped by number 44 for Splendora. Was it Barius Drulit? I'm not even going to pretend to know how to say that name, but it'll be a nice pickup from Fowler. 2nd down and about 6. A quick strike out to Connor Geezy. That'll be just a little high for him, and that will stop the clock at 2 minutes here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 6 for Liberty.
Also important to note, Liberty has 0 timeouts left. We are at the 2-minute warning.
And again, this is something that we kind of hit on last week, but we didn't really talk about a bunch. A new feature for Texas high school football this season is the 2-minute warning. And I think you said that they introduced that in college a year or 2 ago. Is that what you said?
I believe last year.
Last year. And
but they don't call it the 2-minute warning. They're not allowed to call it the 2-minute warning.
Well, that's what it is.
The 2-minute timeout.
Okay, the 2-minute timeout. So a trickle down from NFL. But that got some people by surprise. They're like, what the heck is going on here? Why is that old clock stopping? But essentially it's the 4th timeout of the half if you need it.
This drive started on the Liberty 15.
One of our new shot angles here at Memorial Stadium, Cooper Warden, shooting from the top of the trailer. And a big shout out to our own producer, Richard Ewing. Did a whole bunch of work over here at Memorial Stadium to run some cords and some cables and the hookups so we can get all the cool shots and move around and try to be a little more invisible here at Memorial Stadium.
I've been very invisible.
Well, that's because that's your personality. You're forgettable. Not to me. I love you, Ross. 3rd down and 6. Well, we're going to call it 3rd down and 5. Liberty. 2 minutes. Wildcat band getting set up in the southern end of the field. Mares. And they're going to throw a flag. Maybe some movement on the line there, and that probably is going to back up the Panther offense if they're going to call that a false start. And that is exactly what they're going to do. That'll push him back 5, and we'll go 3rd down and 10, Ross.
Well, for the record, we did not get the call.
We did. We got the call. It just wasn't the one we wanted. It was a bad call for us.
I never saw the signal.
Don't question me on that. And nice. Pops out and catches the corner. And what looked to be dead in the water, the Liberty Panthers and Jaden Holmes turns nothing into a big something. And that will move the chains all the way up to, it looks like, the Panther 44-yard line, Ross.
Also getting out of bounds, so the clock will remain closed.
Well, now they're going to keep it running. I guess they're going to say he got hit before he got out of bounds. 1:32 and counting here. 1st and 10 for Liberty. Mares. He's dropping back deep, rolls to his right, and he's going to throw to a wide open number 9, Grayson Weeks, but there is a flag at about the 36-yard line, and that's probably going to be a hold. That's probably going to come back, and that indeed is going to be called against Liberty. So a huge pickup is going to be negated by a hold in the backfield, Ross. It's okay, Monty. Okay, well, we're going to get a shirt. #Monty. Well, that's going to push the ball back. We're going to try that again. 1st down and very long for Liberty. Be 1st and 20. Liberty going to be on their own 34-yard line. Spread formation. Mares going to drop, rolls to his left, and he's going to be forced to throw that out of bounds. A lot of pressure happening over there. Be number 21 for Wildcat, or number 20 for the Wildcats. And that's going to stop the clock with 50 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Bring up 2nd down and 20 for Liberty. We said this earlier, those pesky penalties have a way of dusting up an otherwise perfect drive. And we're going to get a timeout from
It's not Liberty.
Splendora. And a nice little shot of our fan section, I believe. Again, it's a great night here at Liberty, Memorial Stadium. Parking lot is jam-packed. A lot of folks in the stands tonight. We'll be at home again next week. East Chambers coming to town for game number 3. And I believe, Ross, you may know this, they're having a banquet tomorrow at the Elks Lodge, perhaps, for the 100-year anniversary. You seem to be in the know on that kind of stuff. I'll send a message to Leslie Lawrence. She'll know because she's in charge of that kind of stuff.
Well, I'd hope she would know if she's in charge of it.
Well, you know.
Not everybody's like me that's in charge of stuff and forgets.
No, whatever. Okay, I get you. Well, we'll start it again. 2nd down and 20 to go for Liberty. Mares, he's set. He's going to be flushed back out of the pocket. And again, going to be forced to throw the ball out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 41 seconds. And bring up 3rd down for Liberty. And right now, the Panther offensive line, they're doing a great job, but the defensive backs for Splendora just blanketing the receivers, and Mares has had nowhere to go. 35 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A big shout out to some of our friends, Peggy Bourgeois They're traveling over to Louisiana listening to us. Safe travels. Up the middle. And may have picked up a yard on that.
Yeah, going to make Splendora spin their last time out.
And that will be Jaden Holmes on that carry. And they will be forced to spend a timeout, but we'll stay here. 23 seconds to go, Ross.
Yeah, they're going to have to add some time to that. The clock continued to run after the signal was made to timeout.
Liberty Panthers going to punt the ball here and try to put Splendora in a situation where they can't really do anything offensively. But with the dangerous return men that Splendora have, it's going to be, well, let's try to kick this out of bounds somewhere, I think.
Preferably down the field.
Preferably down the field. Let's talk about.
You've got to be specific here.
Let's talk about some cool goings on. Earlier today, the Liberty Panther cross country teams ran at the Galveston Island Beach Run. I'd like to go down there. And the Liberty Panther boys finished in 4th place out of 27 teams, I believe. And freshman Austin Flowers leading the way, medal finisher. Mario Rodriguez, medal finish for the JV teams. And then the girls finished, I think, 15th as a team. And a nice field, a nice day for the Liberty cross-country teams.
Well, and you're a modest guy, so I'm going to point this out
modest.
anyway. You said a PWR.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, well, no, a PWR, you did.
That'll be a big kick. And it's going to be fielded cleanly. And, boy, that could have went sideways. That's number 3, T.J. Birch. A high snap, and Diego Diaz had to pull that out of the stratosphere and was able to get away.
So, Joe, at that meet today, you said a PWR, which is the personal worst record for your run.
Well, if you're counting on me to run anywhere, then you're just going to be, whatever. You're just going to be whatever you're doing. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that one because that's wild work. So, hey, let's focus on this game, Ross.
That would be important.
17 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Hinton, the quarterback, he'll hand the ball off. And that's number 22, and he's going to get goat roped. Looks like by Tony Seha. Going to get taken for a ride. And they're going to try to get this play off again. 8 seconds. And still waiting on the chains. And to hand the ball. Oh, and this time that was nothing burger. Lane Taylor hit him like he owed him money. And that's going to do it for the first half. Liberty trails Splendora 19-22. But what a collection of fireworks, these teams scoring seemingly at will. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back.
We're getting ready, getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for. We're moving like a...
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. We're here at Memorial Stadium. I'm Joe Roberts. This is Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing, all the way down there in the trailer. And you are watching Splendora versus Liberty. It is Friday, September 5th. And man, oh man, what a game we have witnessed. Both these teams have gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And just like last week, the Liberty Panthers opened the scoring stanza behind a huge run from Frankie Mares. And Ross, you've got the scoring summaries. Go ahead and take it away, big boy.
6 lead changes.
6 lead changes. I love it.
Liberty got that opening touchdown. And Splendora, on their first possession, came back with a 23-yard touchdown throw from Braden Hinton, the quarterback, which is who would throw the ball to Kerry Williams,
of course,
who caught the ball. 2-point conversion they attempted was good. That was the first lead change.
Okay.
That made it 8-6. Right after that, Liberty came back with 1:05 left in the first quarter, and Diego Diaz-Ramirez hit a 32-yard field goal as Liberty took a 9-8 lead. Their next possession for Splendora, 11:49 in the second quarter, a 33-yard touchdown run by TJ Birch made it 16-9 Splendora. Splendora then saw Liberty and Diego Diaz-Ramirez nail a 35-yard field goal that made it 16-12. Liberty's defense forced a punt from Splendora, and then on the next drive, Liberty with 3:18 punched it in on a 2-yard, I almost wanted to say Bo Fowler, Logan Fowler touchdown run.
Don't do it, Ross. Don't get yourself in that.
Point after attempt was good, and Liberty took a 19-16 lead. Splendora followed with a 4-yard run by Aiden Washington, 22-19, after the 2-point conversion was no good. Frankie Mares, a big interception after a recovery on the kickoff.
Hey, we're live.
An interception, and Liberty unable to capitalize on that. Splendora got the ball back, and they were unable to capitalize. That leaves us at 22-19, Splendora at the half.
All right, I love it. That was awesome, Ross. All right, again, you're watching Liberty Panther football. We're going to be quiet and let you enjoy the respective bands for both teams. Splendora on the field right now, and then followed will be the Mighty Panther band under the direction of Sean Smith. We'll be back in probably 20 minutes or so. Enjoy halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please join me in welcoming to the field the award-winning Splendora High School Wildcat Marching Band. This week's outstanding section of the week is the flute section. This week's outstanding freshmen of the week are Camila Vasquez Sanchez and Caleb Golding. This week's outstanding upperclassmen of the week, Andreas Serrano. This week's outstanding color guard member of the week, Brittany Vargas and Piper Hightower. Drum majors for the band are Heidi Dunn, Drew Gass, and Ella Addison. Presenting their 2025 program, Splendora, celebrating 75 years of Splendora ISD. Splendora ISD is proud to present the Wildcat Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Ryan Meadows, Ryan Ramsey, and David Gatlin. The color guard is under the direction of Travis Broussard. The Splendora Band would like to wish the Liberty High School Band best of luck this year. The band would also like to give a huge thanks to the Splendora Band boosters and all the support from the parents, the administration, and the constituents of the Splendora Independent School District.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2025-2026 Liberty High School Prancer Drill Team. The Prancers are under the direction of Lauren Key. She is assisted by Emily Edwards. Social council members are Mariah Slack, Avery Smart, Cheyenne Tenney. Our military officers are 2nd Lieutenant Mariah Rideau, 1st Lieutenant Natalie Venegas, Co-Captain Abby McMillan, and our Captain Emma Zuka. The Prancer of the Week is Nicola Baldwin. The Prancers have chosen Miss Sarah Hagan as their Teacher of the Week. Thank you for all that you do for your students and for being the second best Algebra 2 teacher in Liberty High School. The Prancers will perform a kick routine to Bad Guy by the Mighty Panther Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Liberty ISD is proud to present the award-winning Mighty Panther Marching Band under the field direction of drum majors Talon Espino and Brandon Kelly. Tonight, the Panthers present the first segment of their 2025 show, If I Only, featuring the music of Radiohead and Pink Floyd. The section of the week is the trumpet section. The Mighty Panther Band is under the direction of Sean Smith and Brandy Facemeyer. Color guard sponsor is Tiffany Thornton. The band would like to thank our school board and band boosters for their constant support.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. I'm Joe Roberts. Alongside me, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing in the trailer. And we're just about done with halftime. 4:45 to go here with halftime. Liberty trailing 19-22. First half fireworks. Lots of scores going on. And hope you enjoyed that little short video. I want to give another shout out to Placido and Guadalupe Salazar for hooking us up with the use of their 1932 Ford Coupe, and all the boys that were able to get lined up for the vintage shoot. And that was just one of the many things that we have planned for this 100 years of Liberty Panther football. And a big thank you to Lori Harris of Wild Hair Photography and Farrah Harper. Boy, if you need something accomplished, you just tell Farrah and she's going to make that happen. And I told her my crazy idea, and man, she made it happen. So thank you very much, Farrah. Thank you, Nick Dennis. He had the car contact. Without him, we wouldn't have been able to find Placido. And so again, thank you to everyone involved in that. And that is just one of the many cool things that we have throughout the course of this 100-year celebration of Liberty Panther football. And we'll have a homecoming celebration coming up. Mr. Ewing is telling me that we're going to have some shirts that are on sale. And I want to give some props to Bruce George. He's traveling. That man travels all the time, and he still finds time to help everyone out, hook everyone up. The Panthers coming back on. And I talked about that we're going to have that 100th anniversary banquet. And that's going to be at TVE. That's going to be tomorrow night, 6 p.m. $25 per ticket, $250 for a table of 8. You're going to have live and silent auctions. There's going to be some live music. They're going to be walking through 100 years of Liberty Panther football. And all of this is to raise money for the athletics program. So a great cause. If you're able to head out to that, that's tomorrow night. I'm sure tickets are still on sale as far as that goes. All right, both teams heading onto the field, and as we generally do, we didn't do it last week, but we generally switch, and Ross takes over on play-by-play for the second half, and then I get to be Johnny on the spot with the names and the downs and the distances. Well, I don't know if I'll be Johnny on the spot, but I'll be Joe Roberts somewhere around. Well, and one of the cool things, Mr. Ewing is always trying to do the next level, all the other cool stuff. And so our scoreboard should be showing down distance and time and all that business. Mr. Ewing has just worked tirelessly to make this the best production that we possibly can have. And one more time, Cooper Warden on our cool end zone camera shot. Jose Becerra down on the track with our roving camera. And Seth Stewart and Delvin Jenkins up top with our top camera action, and Chloe Sanders in the trailer, and she's the one that's doing all the camera switching. All right, Ross, I think I'm done talking. There's 12 on the scoreboard, so that means we're getting set for the third quarter. Take it away, buddy.
Thank you, Joe Roberts. And T.J. Birch, the far side return man, and on the near side, that's going to be Demarion Anderson as they make their way back behind the 15 and still keep going. Couple of short kicks from Diaz Ramirez and a touchback. Here he is as he swings his leg. This is going to be a short hopper as Liberty tries to recover. Liberty has it at one point, but Splendora is going to recover. And it'll be great field position for Splendora.
Ball plays at the 46-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for the.
And I believe that was Lewis Rawls.
I'm going to try and help you out, Ross, the best I can, but you know.
So the third quarter underway. Not sure why there's no time left, because somebody did touch that ball. Splendora is out in the gun. Two wide receivers stacked as one man goes in motion from left to right. Hinton drops back, hands this ball off. Running right, trying to stretch the field, and he is going to get knocked out of bounds after a nice pickup.
It'll be T.J. Birch on the carry coming across with that jet action for Splendora. pick up about, they're going to give him, I think, 2 on that.
Looks like a pickup of 2, brings up second down and 8.
So it'll be second down and 8. Splendora in the shotgun formation, one back to Hinton's right. As Hinton is going to hold this off. This ball is fumbled. Who has it? Who has it? Liberty is going to take the fumble.
And that is going to be number 40 with the fumble recovery, and that's Jacob Rawlinson, the freshman. We talked about him at the top of the broadcast, and what a way to make your mark on this game.
So Liberty unable to recover the onside kick. A couple of plays later on a fumble, they are able to do it. It's the second turnover of the night for Splendora. Frankie Mares with an interception in the first half as Mares works his offense out. It's going to be 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, a man to his left. As the ball is snapped back, handed off to number 24, and he is going to scoot down the left side a little bit. Holmes there with the carry.
Be brought down by number 44, Barius Drulitt. I think that's just what I'm going to go with, and I apologize if you are from Splendora and I am just murdering that name. Be a stop for the Wildcat defender.
Clock continues to run, just under 11 minutes in the third quarter, a 22-19 Splendora lead in a game that has seen 6 lead changes so far. Fowler to the right of Mares, and he will take this handoff to the left, gets low and comes across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, maybe 38. Yep, they're going to say 39.
It's a nice job on that left side. Mason Jordan and Jackson Harris along with Eli Nicholson just blowing open holes for Fowler to go through.
Third down and 3 from the Splendora 39-yard line. Ball on the far hash.
Carlos Rubio, Josh Allison on the right side of that offensive line.
Mares with Fowler to his left. Geezy on the near side. The receiver, Seha, on the far side. Here is the handoff to Fowler. Fowler's going to go right up the middle. He's going to come across the first down line, and he will be tackled at about the 36-yard line.
Be enough for a first down, Ross. The Liberty Panthers move the chains as they head deeper into Wildcat territory.
Mares and company looking over to the sideline for the offensive play call. Splendora got the ball. Liberty got a fumble. And that is where we are right now, 36-yard line. Mares in the gun, 2 wide receivers staggered on the right side, and we are going to have movement from Liberty.
Yeah, they're going to get number 77, Josh Allison. He was anticipating the play and just kind of fell over center there.
So they'll repeat first down, this time 5 yards back, and it'll be a first down and 15. Mares, Fowler to his left. Wide receiver is on the far side. They're going to hand off to Fowler. Fowler looks to go low as he cuts back up the middle, but right into a Splendora Wildcat, and they're tangled up right now as they try to unpile them.
Yeah, it's going to be.
He is going to get a yard.
It's going to be Drew Hillett again with the stop. Kind of an awkward angle that he hit Fowler on.
Clock under 9 minutes. Continues to run. The Splendora band playing loud. Wide receiver on each side. Mares fakes the handoff to Fowler. He's going to run straight ahead, and he will get back to the original line of scrimmage, or just short by about a yard.
Frankie up the middle.
Fake the handoff to Fowler. Fowler going to come off the field here. Some personnel changes. As Lane Taylor comes into the ball game.
The original line of scrimmage brings up third down.
Third down, Mares. Taylor going to be to his left. Be third down and about 10 yards to go. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Mares takes the snap, hands off to Taylor, fakes the handoff to Taylor, goes right. He has got room down the sideline. He's across the first down marker and then some before stepping out of bounds. See where they mark this, Joe.
Looks like they're going to mark it down at the 16-yard line. Almost a 30-yard pickup from Mares. He breaks over the left side. And, man, when he gets out into the open field, he is very difficult to pull down. He's very elusive, Ross.
And the referee having a discussion with the head coach for Splendora. Somewhat animated on the referee's part. I believe they were saying get back on the sideline. As that play went to the far side of the field.
It's going to be closer to the 15. They're going to call it 16, but closer to the 15. First down for Liberty.
Referee still looking over at the Splendora sideline as the coach
got a new back in the backfield. Is that Lane Taylor back there?
Lane Taylor, he is to the left of Mares. 3 wide receivers on the near side. Taylor going to take this ball to the right as he is wrapped up or tripped up, and he gets down to about the line of scrimmage.
It'll be number 45, Barry Druhillett. And, man, can't make it hard enough for me. There's 2 of them on the field, and both of them have been involved in a bunch of the plays.
Just a reminder, if you purchase seat name tag,
And Calvin Limbrick in the middle of that defensive line, that is a space taker right there. It's a big boy.
Mares hands this ball off as Holmes is going to use some shifty footwork, and he will pick up a first down. It'll be first down and goal from the Splendora 5-yard line.
Well, what a nice piece of work from the center, Eli Nicholson. Limbrick grabbed him, and Nicholson able to kind of move him out of the way so that Holmes could get through that gash on the left side.
Mares with Holmes to his left. A receiver on the far side and 2 on the near side. Going to hand off to Holmes again. Holmes going right, cuts back inside. Late flag after Holmes is down.
Be number 7, Slayton Wheelhand, who was in on that, grabbing him from behind.
We'll wait the call. Is that coming in after Holmes was down?
number 24, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. First tackle. Number 7, White.
Yeah, and that's exactly who they're going to call that on. And a really nice, finally getting a real, be able to hear that ref microphone that we've added this year. That's a cool little add-on for this season.
So they'll move this one half the distance to the goal. It'll be first down and goal from the Splendora 2-yard line. Clock continuing to run. Mares with Holmes to his left. Again, handing off to Holmes. Holmes keeps moving after contact. His back turning a little bit, and
Once again, number 24, Jaden Holmes.
he may.
It'll be Jaden Holmes on the carry, brought down by number 44, Drew Hillett, and number 26, Aiden Hernandez.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down.
Second and goal. Liberty trailing Splendora 22-19. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Holmes to the right now of Mares. Giese and Seha to the left side. Mares is going to keep this one.
Well, I think there was a little bit of confusion right there. Mares couldn't exactly find the mesh point with Holmes, and he was forced to pull that back, and consequently the Wildcats able to get in there and swallow him up.
Under 5 minutes in the third quarter, still 22-19 Splendora. A 3rd down and goal from the Splendora 5-yard line. Holmes still in the backfield on the right side. Little confusion with the snap. Maraz is going to have to go down with it as he juggled the snap. And another communication issue, and that is going to be a big loss.
I don't know if that was a communication issue. That snap hit him right in the hands. I think he was looking forward to the play. I think that's what happened. Man, they have been so good offensively tonight, and in anticipation of what's going to happen. Now they're going to have to send on the field goal unit here.
Ball is at the 15. It will be spotted down to kick for Diego Diaz-Ramirez at about the 23-yard line. Kick is up. End over end and is good. And Liberty will take the lead. Nope, we're going to tie it at 22 with 3:55 left in the third quarter. Math is hard, folks. We'll be back after this.
Every athlete deserves elite care. As official health care provider of Liberty ISD, Houston Methodist treats your athletes with the same world-class team by professional athletes. We provide comprehensive care to help athletes.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 3:55 to go here in the third quarter. Liberty pulls it up even with the long field goal from Diego Diaz. Liberty 22, Splendora 22. Diaz getting set to kick the ball off from the Panther 40-yard line. Liberty working left to right. And here we go, Ross.
For Splendora, they are sending 2 back deep. That is going to be Birch and Anderson. Anderson on the near side. Diaz-Ramirez, another onside kick, and it is not going to be recovered by Liberty. As jumping on it is going to be Lewis Rawls.
Yeah, Rawls just swallowed that ball up and wisely fell straight down. And a lot of times when Diego Diaz kicks that ball along the ground, he gets that third pop that sends it up, and that time it did not pop up into the air. And Rawls right there for it. Be 1st and 10 for Splendora from the 50-yard line near hash mark. Splendora going to be working right to left.
Offense for Splendora, which has been dazzling at times, and 2 turnovers, an interception, and a fumble. A fumble ended their last drive. Hinton is going to hand this ball off as the runner goes to the starts, goes out wide, and now he is still down the sideline.
It'll be number 22 on the carry, Kaysen Young, pushed out of bounds by Connor Schultz. Big pickup, and now Schultz is laying on the ground out of bounds over there.
They're going to work on him. The training staff and Michael Pope from Methodist Hospital on his way over. Splendora's training staff is with him right now. 3:44 left to play in the third quarter. A huge pickup by Splendora. Ball carrier Kaysen Young. You hate to see injuries from either side. This drive starting at the 50-yard line for Splendora. When play resumes, they will have a 1st down and 10 from the Liberty 19-yard line.
And Schultz is going to get up there. It looks like he may have one of those Charlie horses. So
yes,
he's
trots
jogging
across the field. He'll have to come out of the ball game.
Athletic programs are available for sale down at the layer. I'd like to thank all our sponsors and everyone.
So 1st down and 10 from the Liberty 19-yard line. Splendora gets back to the line. Hinton in the shotgun. He'll have 1 back to his right. I believe that is Kaysen Young. They wind the clock. Hinton gets the snap, drops back, looks right, has somebody on the right side, number 8, and he is not going to be able to go. They got a hold of his foul.
That was Cade Carter who held him up just long enough for that Panther swarm to come across there.
Kerry Williams with the reception. It is a positive reception. Be second down and 6, but Hinton having to dump that one off because of the pressure from Liberty. Again, a back to his left, 2 wide receivers on the near side. This ball is going to be handed off, goes up the middle. Shifty on his feet as he gets across and down to about the 15-yard line.
It'll be Eddie Wycliffe who gets the stop on that.
Quickly back at it. We're going to have movement by Splendora, and it looked like Kaysen Young.
Now that'll be number 71, Ethan Rodriguez, with the movement out there on that right tackle spot.
Okay, he was following.
Yeah, he was following him. He actually made physical contact when he came across.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
not that that matters because he moved, but.
So a 5-yard mark off. First down. Hinton drops back, looks right, dumps off them in the middle, and he has, again, Kerry Williams. And Williams makes the reception and taken down pretty quickly.
That'll be Pepper Dubose who came through there. They were trying to set that screen up, and the Panthers did not take the bait.
So it'll be a second down and 10 from the 10-yard line. And we are going to have play stopped as the man to the left of Hinton got an early start.
Yeah, they're doing some things right now that they did not do in the first half. Good bit of moving here. Splendora has a pretty big offensive line.
Williams to the right of Hinton. 3 wide receivers on the near side. Hinton drops back, looks right, has a receiver, makes the catch on the sideline. No, they're going to say incomplete.
It's in and out of his hands, and then he's going to hobble off. He may have caught a cramp there at the last second. That was going to be a nice reception at the 10. He had some space, but that went in and out of his hands.
So that brings up a 3rd down and long. Williams again to the left of Hinton. Hinton looks back over at his sideline, as does the rest of the team. 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Snap about knee high, hands it off to Williams. Williams going to shift forward, but not going to get much, and that will bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Connor Schultz coming through there and filling the gap and just said, no way. A nice defensive stop.
So Hinton again in the shotgun formation. Going to fake the handoff, throws right, has somebody in the end zone, but is overthrown. And Liberty will take over after the failed 4th down attempt.
That was nice coverage from number 4, Tony Seha, on that, and he with some cramping issues.
So Liberty will start their drive at their own 13-yard line, the worst field position for Liberty. But you will take it.
Correction, ball goes over on downs. Your Panthers going offense.
And so Liberty with their second possession of the half, a 32-yard field goal, ended their first drive as the ball is going to be handed off to Holmes.
No, that's not Holmes.
Oh, it isn't? Is it?
No, that is Logan Fowler.
Oh, Logan Fowler.
Looks like a pickup of 2 brings up second down and 8.
A 2-yard pickup there and we are going to have a flag thrown by the referee high in the air. And it looks like delay of game against Splendora.
Looks like delay of game against
Well, that's one you don't see every day.
you don't see the
game on the
defensive
defense.
delay of game, but hey, we'll take that.
It'll be 5 yards.
Well, that'll be better than the carry.
As it comes up to the 20-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 3 now. Mares from the far hash. Takes his snap again, handing it off to Fowler. Fowler has a hole. He's going to go up the middle, and he will be taken down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's Kewan. Sorry, Ross. It was Kewan Redmond stopping him, and that was probably that could have been a touchdown-saving stop.
They are going to mark this one at the Liberty 30. What is that, the 32?
Yeah, 32-yard line, Ross.
I have bad eyes. Under a minute left, under 40 seconds now. 1st down and 10 from the Liberty 32-yard line. It's going to be handed off to Holmes. Holmes goes to his left, but he's swallowed up. It's still down on that football.
Number 24 with the ball carry.
Now he's laying on the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Little awkward hit right there at the end. Well, they're going to take an official timeout here so they can come have a look at Jaden. Hopefully that's just a cramp. This last probably 3 minutes of action, both sides have been having some cramping issues.
Game is at 22 with 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Liberty with a 32-yard field goal from Diego Diaz Ramirez after coming up with a fumble.
They're going to get Jaden up and walk him back. He seems to be okay. That's always a good sign when Michael Pope's able to pull him off the ground. And he's walking basically under his own power.
Ball going to be on the far hash. That is going to go for a loss. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from the 31-yard line of Liberty.
It's like probably time for one more play before the 3rd quarter ends. And, man, this 3rd quarter has been flying, Ross.
Yeah, they'll wind the clock here. So Liberty can hold off in running a play until the 4th quarter. And we are down to 5 seconds, and that is what they are going to do. So after 3 quarters, tied at 22 on the Liberty Panther Sports Network, back with the 4th quarter after this.
Liberty Panthers 22, Splendora Wildcats 22.
The shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when sunset glow. Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 3 quarters of action, all tied up at 22. Liberty defense playing a pivotal role in that 3rd quarter. And then this Liberty Panther offense just chewing up gobs of time here and trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Braden Hinton and company whilst also scoring.
Splendora started the half with the football. They gave it up on a fumble. Diego Diaz Ramirez, a 32-yard field goal on Liberty's possession. And then a turnover on downs by Splendora, and we are here right now. A 2nd down and 11 from the Liberty 32-yard line, moving right to left. Mares snaps, low snap, hands off to Fowler. Fowler dancing to his right is going to come across, and late takedown there by a Liberty player.
Well, that was Cade Carter. He was just carrying his block, get that pancake, is what he was trying to get. I think that's what Coach Walker says. You keep on going until you get to the Waffle House.
Ball gets up to the 38-yard line. Liberty sending 2 three onto the far side receivers. Mares again handing off to Fowler. Fowler tries to get over a glob of players, and he is going to be met right back at the 38-yard line as the clock now rolling under 11 minutes. Tried to get shifty there, but
well, the Liberty Panthers trying to figure out how to move number 99 Limbrick out of the way. Man, he's just taking up an incredible amount of space there, and it looks like they're going to send on the punt team, Ross.
Fourth down and about 5 to go, but from the Liberty 39-yard line.
So they're going to send TJ Birch back deep.
Birch stands inside his 30-yard line, and we are going to have a timeout.
Be Splendora. They'll take a timeout, Ross. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back.
We should head back to our old place in the faraway town where I met you, baby. All those years past, now I know you. How the times can change and I get a little down. Thinking about tomorrow, I get down. Was it over from
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Liberty with the 4th and 5 punt team on, Ross.
Diego Diaz will stand on his 25. Gets the kickoff. It is a high spinner. It's going to send the return man back deep, and he is going to make this play, but he is way back as he's coming across now. See where he is exactly.
It could be down close to the 11, 12-yard line. Man, a boomer of a kick from Diego Diaz, and only the athleticism of Birch allowed him to escape multiple Panthers and bring it back out of the end zone. I thought he had touched it there. Man, that could have went sideways really fast for Splendora. And it looks like they're going to spot them on their own 12-yard line.
Liberty started their last drive on their own 13. Splendora doing theirs from the 12. Hinton going to hand this ball off, and they had him behind the line, but now coming along the near side, and he is still rumbling across the 35 as he gets it all the way up to the 36-yard line.
It's going to be number 29 for, well, I say 29, maybe that's 27. Nope, that's definitely 29, and I don't have a 29 on the roster, so I'm not sure who that is. But 29 had the tackle for Liberty. Could it be Jeremiah Carrier?
For the Panthers, brought him down. I do apologize, don't have a name.
Back down. Aiden Washington is the back to the left. And we will have a Liberty timeout with 9:39 in a 22-22 game. Back after this in the fourth quarter.
We're getting ready, getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for. We're moving like a...
Welcome back, Panther Nation. Ross, take it away.
Hinton in the shotgun formation. He is going to hand this ball off to his ball carrier, and they are wrapped up and taken down behind the line.
Well, that was sniffed out early. Cam Harper, Pepper Dubose, Grayson Weeks all getting in the backfield for the big stop for the Liberty Panthers.
Casey Young was the ball carrier.
A couple of Panthers. Looks like a loss of them to play.
They're going to move some personnel around here on the field. Young is going to be the back in the backfield. They have two wide receivers on the far side, one on the near side, two backs in the back. And this one is again going to be handed off to Young. And again, Young may get a yard.
Cade Carter leading the charge there. Coach Garza had the outside blitz coming in hot from Grayson Weeks, dialing it up.
This will bring up a 3rd down and about 11 yards for Splendora. Hinton in the shotgun on his left hip is Young. And they are going to snap this one back. We're going to have a timeout.
No, they're going to they have to tell the band to quiet down. That was an official's warning, I think.
So we'll do this again. This time Young is on the right hip of Hinton. Hinton drops back. He is going to pull it down. He's got running room. And he is going to be taken down as he dives forward, but well short of the 1st down as he gets it up to the 40.
That was Cameron Harper coming in from that right side, the missile, and he just leveled him so he could not carry on. Probably would have had a 1st down, and now they're going to throw a flag, Ross. And that's going to go against Splendora. They weren't happy about that. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct, Ross.
Yeah, it's a 15-yarder.
So if they thought about going for it, I don't think there's any chance they're going to now. That's going to push them very deep in their territory, 4th and a country mile. And I would imagine they're going to punt. But last time they punted, they did that little short rugby-style punt. So we'll see if that's what they're going to do again.
A 22-22 game, 8:02 left. As they come in tight here. 4th down and about 25. Hinton in the shotgun, one back just in front of him. Man in motion. And Hinton is going to drop back. He's looking downfield. He unloads this. It is caught!
No, in and out, Ross. He had it in his hands, and he couldn't come down with it. There's going to be a flag in the backfield. That's going to give them some life.
No, it's not.
No, it's going to go against Splendora. And they're going to decline that one, and that is going to be a turnover on downs, Ross. What about that? Huge momentum swing right there for the Liberty Panthers because, man, he had that ball in his hands on that far sideline, Ross. I actually can't believe that they went for that.
I was a little surprised.
Well, Liberty is going to have the ball on the Splendora, looks like 25. Is that we're going to mark this? So 1st and 10 for Liberty on the Splendora 25. They're going to be on the far hash mark, Ross.
A unsportsmanlike conduct penalty setting up that long 4th down for Splendora. 1st down and 10 for Liberty from the Splendora 25-yard line. Mares with Fowler to his left. Mares drops back, throws, has a receiver.
It's number 9, Grayson Weeks, that comes up with that. Dropped by number 25, Jason Maggie. Big pickup. Just about 8 yards on that.
Looks like a pickup of 9 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Give them 2nd down and about 2. I'm having a hard time seeing exactly where that ball is spotted. But it looks from the down marker to the chain like 2 yards. Again, in the shotgun formation, Fowler to his left. This ball's going to be handed up to Fowler, but Fowler taken down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Is that Nicholson going to get pushed back and got pushed back into Fowler? Now he's going to come off, and they're going to have to replace the center. That's going to be number 63, Noah Aguilar, now in at center for Liberty.
Shotgun formation, Fowler to Mares's left. One wide receiver out far. Fowler is going to take this handoff and move it to the right. And he is going to come up short.
Well, they're just
yard and a half, maybe.
They're not in any hurry. Going to try to chew up as much clock as possible.
So it'll bring up a 4th down. About 2 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Mares is going to stay out there. Ball handed off to Fowler. Fowler is going to come across, and he should have a first down. He does. And a big first down run by Logan Fowler.
Yeah, Splendora tried to load up the box right there, and the offensive line able to get just enough push for Fowler to slip through the crease on that left-hand side. And, man, that was really, really nice from that offensive line, Ross.
Gets down to the 14-yard line, first down and 10.
Ball placed right on the 13-yard line. 14-yard line brings up 1st and 10.
As the clock continues to run, Mares shotgun formation as this clock is going to run under 5 minutes. Low snap. Mares, quick strike to the left. He has got his receiver along the sideline.
Well, that's Connor Geezy with the reception. And a nice play from Mares, a low snap. He picked it up and fired it quickly. And we haven't heard a bunch from Connor Geezy because they really haven't been throwing the ball a bunch. But, man, he is a huge, sure-handed target for Mares.
Ball gets down to the 6-yard line.
Jaden Holmes going to check back in for Logan Fowler.
Ross is going to be the far receiver. Looks like Weeks will also be on that far side. Connor Geezy on the near side, the short side.
Well, they're going to be close to having to take a timeout here if they're not careful.
They're down, and they will take a timeout with 4:08. We will take it with them back after this, a 22-22 game.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 4:07 to go here in the 4th quarter. Liberty driving and trying to cap off this remarkably long drive with a touchdown, Ross.
4:07 left to play in this game. Knotted at 22. 2nd down 3 from the 6. This ball is going to be handed off to Holmes. Holmes still on his feet. He's inside the 5, and he will rumble down.
And he's going to pick up a first down, more importantly, Ross. And Jaden Holmes hit that hole hard, and he was able to pick up great yardage and do something really important for the Panther offense, which is drop the sticks.
So it will be a first down and goal from the Splendora 4-yard line. Liberty not in a hurry.
No, they're closer than that. I think they're on the 1, Ross.
Okay. I thought he had gotten a bigger carry. 3:24. The clock continues to run. Just under 10 seconds on the play clock. Mares gets this one. Hands this to Holmes. Holmes shifts to his right. Stays on his feet. He is going to be stopped. No, they're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Liberty, with 3:13 remaining in the game, and they will take the lead.
Well, Jaden Holmes, way to keep fighting, but more importantly, that offensive line just pushed him into the end zone. And great job, Jaden Holmes, coming back from the cramp from earlier. Nice job.
28-22 Liberty with 3:13 left to play. Diego Diaz-Ramirez on for the extra point attempt. Yet another lead change. Mares will hold. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. And it makes it 29-22. 3:13 left to play here in Liberty. Back after this.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 3:13 to go. Jaden Holmes from 1 yard out, and now Liberty with the lead 29-22.
Diego Diaz-Ramirez on to kick this one off. And Joe, I hate to predict things, but I'm going to predict this is not going to be an onside kick.
Well, you say that, but I have been unsuccessful in predicting any of the special teams so far.
The deep man on the far side is going to be Birch, and it looks like on the near side it is going to be the same, Anderson. All lined up. Stuff coming into the stands for Liberty. This kick is going to angle towards the sideline. It is stops. It looked like it was going to go out. He picks it up, and he is spun backwards.
The assassin, Pepper DeBose, down quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that's one of the reasons why he was the defensive player of the game last week, getting it done on special teams. And you couldn't have drawn that up any better, Ross. Diaz sticks that ball in the grass. They were forced to pick it up, and Pepper DeBose right there to make them pay.
Little 60-degree wedge there from Diego Diaz-Ramirez as it checked up. 3:10 is what Splendora has with 2 timeouts remaining. Splendora shown the ability to quick strike, so time not an issue. One back in the backfield. Hinton fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it as he comes down the near side, still on his feet. Going to step out of bounds after a big pickup. And it's going to be about a, 15-yard pickup there.
And it looks like Carrier pushes him out of bounds, or didn't push him, but he made him step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Clock stops. Hinton in the backfield. Gets this snap. He is again going to fake it and again runs to the right side, but this time Taylor is going to be there to wrap him up, or is that Rollins?
No, that was Lane Taylor.
I thought that was 42.
It was 12 yards on the quarterback keeper from the play before that.
Ball is at the Splendora 30-yard line. Clock now under 2 minutes and 40 seconds as it continues to run. In the backfield is Washington. He is to the right of Hinton. Hinton drops back. He looks left. He has a receiver at the sticks, and he is going to be at the 40, still on his feet as he fights along that far sideline, and he will be taken down, but not before a big first down.
Kyrie Williams, and Pepper DeBose gets out there quickly to prevent him from getting out of bounds.
So that clock will continue to run after the ball is set for the first down. Under 2 minutes and 10 seconds, Hinton drops back. 2 timeouts for Splendora. They're moving the ball along nicely. This ball is a fake handoff. Hinton going to keep it along the left sideline. He is still on his feet as he stumbles and bumbles, and they're going to mark him out of bounds inside the Liberty 35-yard line.
Hinton's doing a really nice job of reading that Panther defensive end and pulling the ball at the last second. He's really gotten those defenders a couple of times on that particular play.
They're winding the clock. Well, the official wound the clock, but they didn't start it. Hinton drops back, scrambles to his left, flag down, throw out of bounds.
That's going to be a hold all day long. As soon as that defender got turned and the lineman didn't disengage, I knew that flag was going to happen.
So with 1:48 left in this ball game, and a 7-point Liberty lead. A 10-yard mark-off.
Well, this is going to be interesting if Splendora ends up scoring because they have not tried to kick an extra point yet. Well, hopefully the Panther defense is able to prevent that scenario from even occurring.
So it'll be first down at 20 from the Liberty 42-yard line on the far hash. Hinton back in the shotgun. He is going to hand this ball off to his ball carrier. Ball carrier comes across the line, crosses the 40 before being wrapped up. And we're going to have a timeout here by Splendora. It is their second timeout of the half. Wrapping up on that play was Scotty Gilmore as he brings the ball carrier down. 1:34 left to play, 29-22 Liberty.
Yeah, we'll stay right here. Final minute and a half or so of this contest. And right now, the Panther defense, man, they are doing everything they can to slow this down. So far, TJ Birch has been largely held in check, knock on wood, but Braden Hinton, he's been the real thing, Ross.
Gets the ball down at the 38-yard line of Liberty. Be a second down and about 15.
Here's the winning number. Get your tickets out.
I would say no matter what the outcome is tonight, Ross, this is some of the best play that we've seen out of the Liberty Panthers in the last couple of years in totality.
1:34 left as we get ready to see the remaining 1:34. Splendora with one timeout remaining in this half. They trail Liberty by 7. Ball on the far hash at the Liberty 38-yard line. Hinton back in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers bunched on the far side. Hinton drops back. He is going to pull it down, takes off. He's got a lot of room. He's across the 30, the 25, 20, and he will step out inside the 20-yard line at the Liberty 18.
Yeah, another good decision. The Panther defense flushed him out of the pocket, and man, he is as good with his legs as he is with his arm. He got some speed out there. There's no doubt.
Minute 25 as the clock stops. Ball now on the near hash. Hinton fakes the handoff, pitches it back. It's a flea flicker. Throwing it into the end zone, wide open.
No,
he cannot hold on to it. He can't hold on to it. He had it.
Well, he is going to wake up tonight at about 3 in the morning and is going to replay that over and over again because he was all by himself in the end zone. There was no Panther defender even remotely close.
So a lot of action there, but will remain at the 18-yard line, second down and 10 on the near hash. Hinton. And we are now going to have play stoppage.
Timeout.
Now, someone called the timeout, and the officials might cut out. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back.
I believe that's timeout Liberty.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
Okay, now I need you to not sound cuckoo crazy and act like you enjoy being on front of this camera here. All right, here we go, boys. 3, 2, 1.
You're watching the Panther Sportz Network.
Woohoo! Yay!
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 1:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Liberty leads Splendora 29-22. And getting confirmation, Frankie Mara is able to come through at the last second and knock that ball away for the Panther defense.
They're going to try to stop the band, and they've got him. Hinton, shotgun. This snap is low. He is going to have to recover. He picks it up. He's on his feet. He is going to be knocked out.
Okay.
We'll see where they're going to knock him out. I could not see the gain.
Run out of bounds.
Okay, I was concerned they were going to throw a flag there.
They're going to say no, he was not out of bounds. They wind the clock.
Number 42, Lane Taylor.
Lane Taylor in on the stop as we now have a 3rd down and 10. Hinton gets this one just above the knees. Looks right, has a receiver on the sideline, makes a catch and is out of bounds.
Could be at the
in the 10-yard line, and they will get a 1st down. And we're going to have some work here on this clock as it continued to run well after he was out of bounds.
Well, they're going to give him the 8-yard line, it looks like.
I would think they're going to have to add a few seconds onto this clock.
On the game, please.
And they are going to add some time to the game clock. The referee, they put up 40 seconds as that clock continued to run after he had stepped out of bounds. Hinton in the shotgun, one back behind him, hands this ball off to the right, is going to stumble, fumble, and get right into the end zone for a touchdown, and it'll make it a 1-point game.
Kason Young with the 8-yard touchdown run over the right-hand side at the 33-second mark. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, Ross. Splendora has not tried an extra point, and we'll see if they line up for that or they try to go for the win here.
I think they'll go for the win here. So Young with the touchdown. They are lined up for 2. Hinton hands this ball off, and he is going to be in the end zone as he high steps once he's in the end zone. And the 2-point conversion is good, and Liberty trails Splendora by 1 with only 28 seconds remaining and 1 timeout.
Well, he did not need a passport there. He stepped right over the border and scored very easily. That's going to leave the Liberty Panthers in quite the conundrum with 28 seconds to go here.
That missed extra point on the first touchdown is looming large.
Now, the one wild card that the Liberty Panthers do have is they have Diego Diaz, and if they can get into anywhere within his range, they have a chance for a late-second heroic field goal attempt.
So 28 seconds is what they get the touchdown on, and a 2-point conversion gives them a 30-29 lead. We are at 29 for Liberty. They scored on the opening drive of the game, but a point-after attempt was no good. And it's 30-29 with 28 seconds left to play. Joe, we have not seen a kick long
we have not
from Splendora tonight.
And I don't know what kind of faith they have in Dylan Fry, but they have definitely not let him unleash a kick. So I would suspect something short, but that definitely plays into the hands of Liberty if they go short.
Weeks, the deep man on the far side, Holmes on the near side for the return on Liberty.
Liberty does have 1 timeout remaining.
Approaches the ball, swings the leg. This kick is going to move to the right, or excuse me, to the left. It is caught on the run across the 50. Nope, they're going to stop him.
He'll be at the, looks like 45-yard line.
And so Liberty will have this ball at the 45-yard line.
Well, Liberty needs about 25 yards to give Diego a realistic chance at a long field goal.
Ball will be on the far hash. 1 timeout remaining for Liberty. All gas, no brakes cheer going on by the Panther cheerleaders on the track. The Prancers also down on the track. Mares throws, has a receiver incomplete.
Be Logan Ross not able to come up with that. A little high. Going to stop the clock at 21 seconds.
.21 seconds remaining in this ball game. Liberty trails 30-29. Mahrez sends Holmes to his left. Snap back. Mahrez drops back, looks downfield to the right. He's got Geezy, but he is intercepted. Intercepted.
Well, that was about the most hot potato interception that I've seen in a good long while. Neither of the defensive backs could come up with that. A little underthrown by Mahrez, and I thought it was going to hit the ground there for just a brief second. But that is going to be a turnover, 10 seconds to go, and that is going to put a ribbon on a nice win for Splendora. And it's going to leave Liberty with probably a bad taste in their mouth. I said earlier that no matter what the outcome, this is the best that I have seen them play in some time to even have a chance here at the end of the game. So kudos to Coach Harrison and his staff as they prepare to run out the last 10 seconds of this contest. Liberty will be back home again next Friday night. East Chambers coming to town for the final game of the non-district schedule. Then they'll take a break, and then we'll begin district play in 2 weeks.
One knee, and that'll do it as Liberty will fall 30-29 in a game that, well, the scoring slowed down in the second half, but not the action. And it picked up there towards the end. Joe, your thoughts on the game?
You know, I'm pretty clear on this. I enjoyed what I saw tonight. There were a couple of things that they'll work on in practice, but overall, this was a vast improvement from last week. They got the win last week, but they looked much better this week, and Coach Harrison will get them rounded out and ready to go for next Friday night's contest. I want to thank everyone for tuning in on the Panther Sportz Network as we continue this 100 years of Panther football celebration. Be on the lookout for something cool next week, Ross.
Your unhappy final, 30-29 Splendora. For Joe Roberts, Richard Ewing, our entire cast of characters, we'll talk to you next week right here at Memorial Stadium.
You're watching Panther Sportz Network. Let's go! Clap